Hey there, sports fans! Today, we're diving into the world of college football and exploring a fascinating phenomenon, the potential extinction of upsets in the FCS versus Power 4 division. Now, this might sound like a boring topic, but trust me, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. So, let's start with the basics. The FCS, or the Football Championship Subdivision, is a division of college football that's often considered the lesser-known sibling of the Power 4 conferences. These Power 4 conferences, for those who don't know, include the big names like the SEC, Big Ten, and ACC. Now, historically, there have been some shocking upsets where FCS teams have beaten their Power 4 opponents. But lately, it's becoming a rare occurrence. The last time an FCS team pulled off this feat was back in 2023, when Sacramento State stunned Stanford. And since then, we've had 2 full seasons without a single upset. So, is this just a dry spell, or are we witnessing the end of an era? Well, personally, I think it's a combination of factors. The talent gap between these divisions is widening, and a lot of that has to do with the transfer portal and NIL, which allow players to move between teams and earn money for their athletic abilities. This means that FCS programs are struggling to keep their best players, who often jump to the FBS level. And when you look at the numbers, it's pretty staggering. Since the NIL era began in 2022, Power Conference teams have an almost perfect record against FCS opponents. But here's the thing, it's not just about the top teams. Even the group of 6 teams, which are a step below the Power 4, are struggling to keep up with FCS competition. And this trend is only getting worse. Take Sacramento State, for example. They're leaving the FCS level this season, and they're not alone. North Dakota State, another successful FCS program, is also making the jump. So, if we want to see an upset, we might have to wait for the perfect storm. There are over 120 FBS versus FCS matchups scheduled for 2026, and some of these games could be the ones to break the streak. For example, South Dakota State, who are just 2 years removed from back-to-back FCS championships, are taking on Northwestern. Or how about North Dakota facing Nebraska? These games have the potential to be upset makers, and it'll be interesting to see if any of these FCS teams can pull off the unthinkable. Now, I want to emphasize that these upsets are not just about the scores. They represent a shift in the college football landscape, a changing of the guard, if you will. It's a reminder that in sports, anything can happen, and the underdogs can rise up. So, while we might not see these upsets as often as we used to, it's important to appreciate the impact they have and the stories they tell. In conclusion, the world of college football is ever evolving, and the FCS versus Power 4 dynamic is a fascinating aspect of it. While upsets might be rare, they're not impossible, and they serve as a reminder of the beauty of sports. So, keep an eye out for those potential shockers, because they just might be the highlight of the season. Until next time, sports fans. Keep those eyes peeled and those spirits high.